So welcome back everybody, it's your boy Matty Ice here with a brand new video. And so this is something I was gonna do a while ago before I got sick and I got sick. But, I'm doing it now. So it's like, I guess that's all that matters. But, so, I guess, yeah, back in April, I did I did like series I liked that I pretty much done. I think I covered like Berserk and Beastars on there. So check that video out after watching this one. So watch this one first and then watch that video because yeah. But so today I'm doing my my personal favorite ongoing or just some recommendations. Now this isn't really in any order of this is no order. So and you know what? Like if you guys got some recommendations on some good anime, like new animes or manga that are ongoing, where they're coming out with chapters or new episodes on a somewhat regular basis, then put them in the comments. Because it's like I always like checking out new series. It's not a good habit because I picked up so many series throughout the past couple years, but definitely do it. So again, like a lot of these are bigger, so obviously but I'm gonna start off with. So this is a series I got into. Actually, this is a pretty long series, and it's a pretty big series. That's what it's like. I feel like pretty much everyone's heard of it, but One Piece. And as I've been going through the box sets, I'm on. I actually just finished Volume 62 today, and I've just been really enjoying it. And as you can tell behind me, I have all four box sets, so that's why I've been reading it. And then once I'm actually caught up on One Piece, I'm gonna just read it through the Shonen Jump app. And then, yeah, just wait for the next box set. What's actually, if you haven't heard, that news just broke that the author is gonna take a 1 month break from doing this so then he can get ready for the final saga. So I'm pretty sure he used the word saga, like the final saga for One Piece. So it's definitely coming to an end soon. But it's kind of sad because it's it's been going since the 90s, And it's definitely one I've just gotten into, and I kind of wish I got into it earlier, but I've just been really enjoying it. Next up, Chainsaw Man, in which they haven't came out with a new chapter in like a year and a half, but there is plans on continuing it, like there's to do at the summit, to continue the series this summer, and the anime is coming out soon too. So I'm very excited for that because it's one of my favorite series. And again, this is just actually a pretty new one. Like I think this came out like 2.5 years ago, and then they did part one that ended in December of 2020, and then like they're gonna pick up part two where Denji's in school. So I'm pretty excited for that. Next up is actually another pretty new series, and that's Kaiju number 8. And actually, this one's Volume 2 of Kaiju number 8, and this is another Shonen Jump, where it's, I think, a lot of my, a decent amount, of Shonen Jump series that, I am gonna recommend, just because that's usually what I keep up to date with. I typically keep up to date with, more of, the Shonen or, seinen titles. But yeah, so Kaiju number 8, it's about this guy who, he wants to fight Kaiju, but he ends up getting a job where he cleans up after the fights. He dissects the Kaiju and, cleans them up. But, one day he gets a power to turn into a Kaiju. So I thought that, it's a pretty good story. Just check it out. Again, a lot of the ones I'm going to recommend are on the Shonen Jump app. Or, just Shonen Jump or, Fizz. So, if you want to, read these, you guys definitely can. I think, that's, $2 a month to get, Shonen Jump. So, it's really not that bad. It's a pretty inexpensive thing, and it's a good way to, keep up on a lot of series. And next up is actually Die Dark. Now, this is by Kira Hisada, the person who did, Dorohedoro. And actually, that's another series I want to get into, but this is a dark comedy, I guess you call it. It's like a horror comedy, but it leans more on the horror I mean, like, like not the horror, on the comedy and like the action, but like again, it's really dark humor, and that's why I heard about Doro. So like, yeah, like I would recommend this one too. Which I've definitely talked about this in the past. So like again, like that, some people complain about the size of like the volumes, but personally, I don't have an issue with the size. I really like the size, and I'm gonna compare the like a normal Shonen Jump to this, and like that there is a big size difference between the two, like like the thickness and like the height, which people have complained about, but personally, I don't mind like the little smaller, like the fact that it's a little bit smaller. Like some people don't like. I mean, like it's got great art, but you know. Next up, and actually this one is from Candace's Orient. I think you pronounce it. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is just a good like action type. Like an action fantasy type where there's a bunch of like that these two childhood friends make a promise to become samurai and fight off these demons, and that they like that when they grew up they kind of split apart a little bit, and that the one gets a job as a miner, which in this town that's a pretty popular job because demons have taken over all of the land. But like they end up getting back together and form a band of samurais, and they're trying to become the strongest band. And it's pretty good. Like there's some parts I have a hard time getting through, but then like it kind of like so it's not the most like there definitely is a point in like the middle of it where it's like it kind of does, it slows down a little bit, but it's picking back up again. So that's what I'm really excited for. To like see where it goes. I think like it's like I think Volume 9's about to come out in the next couple months. So it's not like a super long series right now. Like there's not a lot of volumes. So like if you want like a quicker read, I would recommend that. And same with Die Dark. Like Die Dark, I think there's only 3 volumes out right now, and then Volume 4 is coming out soon. And so the next series is One Punch Man, and so I tried to get into this back in high school, and I watched a decent part of season 1, and I just never continued with it. And I don't know why I didn't, but I just didn't continue with it. And then I picked it back up again, and I've been loving it. Like I'm almost caught up on the Shonen Jump app, and I just love the series again. Like this is just like like it's a good mix of like action and some comedy, and like the comedy and like the humor. Like it's definitely not for everybody, but again, like like if you want a good mix of comedy and like humor, like action and humor, I mean, then definitely definitely get into One Punch Man, and once again, like, so. So, I was always told read season 1, watch season 1 of the anime, and then and then like season 2 wasn't that good, but which by the way I did watch season 1, and then I just like lately I've just been like bowling through the manga on the app, so and like that's a pretty long series right now, and I'm not sure if it's done. Like I think last time they came out with a chapter was like mid to late April. So it's like, I think they will come out with a new chapter soon, like in the next few weeks, because I know there's been times where they just taking breaks or whatever for like a month or two, which is fine because it's like if like One Punch Man, then like how good the artwork is. So like so I don't mind if they take like some time off to like get some rest, just because again that like the artwork is so good. So it's like I'm sure it's like very time consuming and can be very tiring to do that on a like on a pretty like on a weekly basis or like a bi-weekly basis. Next up, and actually my buddy told me about this and really wanted me to get into this, and that's Black Clover. And I've actually really been enjoying this. It's about a boy who doesn't have magic, that was born into a world of magic. And, like he wants to become the Wizard King, which is like, that's like the highest honor you can get in this world. And so it's about like his journey, and like I think this one's almost done, or like I forget if this one's almost done or just finished up. But yeah, pretty good. Again, like I got some catching up to do on this one, but I've been really enjoying this one. And yeah, so again, like my buddy got me into this. Next up is Spy Family. Now, this is a very popular anime right now. So I'm sure, like, a lot of you know, like, if you're into like the anime community and stuff, you probably heard of this one already, just because the anime just came out not too long ago, and that there was a lot of hype behind it. And like, I did watch a couple of episodes; it was pretty good. I should probably catch up on the anime, but yeah. So like, Spy Family is just like about this, like a spy, and he's got uh, you know, like get info on this guy, and like the only way he can is if he creates a fake family to get into the school, so then like he can go meet this guy at a party, because that's the only time he goes out in public, is at like school events, and turns out the kid he adopts for this fake family is a telepath, like so he's like telepathic, and then like the like the life he gets for the fake family is an assassin. So like it's just like a pretty funny series, I would say. Like like a lot of action, but like the only person that knows what's going on is the kid, because he can read all the like he can read minds. So it's just a really good series, and I think there's only there was like 7 volumes out right now. So like again, not like a super long series. Like if you do want to get into it, and like I think if you want to read it on Shonen Jump, there's like 90 or 100 chapters. But that's a decent amount, but like that's something you could do. Like I feel like in a month. Like if you put and then lastly, a Jujutsu Kaisen. This is another one that like a friend of mine got me into, and like it's just my like it's my cup of tea. Actually, it's like a supernatural action series, and once again, I gotta watch the anime and the movie, but like so like I actually read the prequel, like Volume Zero, because that when I first got into Jujutsu Kaisen, I was kind of confused about like the whole Volume Zero and the Volume One. So Volume Zero has nothing to do with the series, but yeah. So it's like I found out the hard way. So it's like Volume Zero is like the movie, pretty much. Like like if you're gonna read the movie, I mean like like if you wanted to like read the manga for the movie, Volume Zero, would be that. So yeah. So again, like this is a series I've just been getting into. Pretty solid, like again, supernatural like abilities that these people have, and I've just been enjoying it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Maybe like you like found a series that might like want to check out. But again, I'll see you guys next time. And like if you guys want to recommend anything, put it in the comments. And also please subscribe and like the video or comment. It really helps me out a little bit. I mean, granted, I'm not making money, but still, just please subscribe and like share with your friends and stuff. Till next time, peace.